Good evening, Instagram. This isn't a motivation meltdown in the morning. It's a motivation meltdown in the evening, and I am just hoping to goodness that my sound stays working. If you have not been around, you might not have noticed that my live videos have not been happening in the last couple of weeks, last 2 weeks. First off, I wasn't feeling well, and second off, my sound wasn't working. I would do these videos for 5 minutes, I would save it, and I would go back and rewatch it, and there would be no sound. And there'd be no sound in my live, there'd be no sound in my camera roll, and it was just a waste of time. So I just did a 30-second test run, and it worked. So I'm hoping this is working now. I just wanted to pop in really and give you a little bit of update as to what the heck is going on with me, and also what it's caused me to do for myself business-wise. Not just business-wise, but just the way I'm approaching the business. Last week or a couple weeks ago, I could back this up. I started experiencing, and this is kind of, annoying, but I experienced really bad bloating. Great, fun, love it. I was at a point in my monthly cycle that kind of was a thing, but it just seemed a little bit more extreme. Then my cycle came and went, and the bloating didn't go anywhere until suddenly one day last week, it lodged up in my chest as this severe indigestion to the point where 3 days later, I was in 24/7 pain. There was no relief from any over-the-counter medicines, none of those little tricks that you could work, no workout, no walking, no anything was relieving this pain. So I decided to go see a doctor, and he pretty much gave me a preliminary diagnosis of an ulcer, a stress-induced ulcer, which, why would I have a stress-induced ulcer, right? Regardless, over that weekend, he also prescribed me some medication, also had me partner it with an over-the-counter medication, 12 hours in between, and rest and fluids. Well, 2 days later, I should say, I woke up in such pain, could not eat, and it was just making me a little nervous. And frankly, the doctor that I saw was a little strange, so I didn't think that he was necessarily on the ball. It was super old. So I decided to go to the emergency room, and after IV fluids and after an an EKG, after ultrasounds, after x-rays, it turns out that the ulcer is pretty much what it is. I will have to get an endoscopy eventually. I have a gastroenterology appointment in a month to clarify that and to specify the location and the severity and all that, but it seems like that's the case. So what has that meant for me this week? It's meant that I've had to kind of scale back. It's meant that my doubling up of my workouts, definitely not happening. My cardio workouts have not been happening. I just don't have enough capacity in my lungs right now to really sustain that kind of cardio. I've been making a lot of changes. I've been modifying. I've been playing around with my diet. I had to cut out pretty much all of my lunch and dinners that I routinely create for myself because they contain ingredients that I have to avoid. I've had to eliminate all coffee. It's been very strange. I'm not eating nearly as much as I was because I just don't have the ability. I get super full super fast. Couple this experience with the fact that in the last few months, I have been struggling hardcore with my time management. As hard as I've tried, I have just had too much that I have put on my plate. And so many of the commitments that I love, like checking in with my challengers every single night, like having all of these one-on-one calls with my team, like going away for girls' weekends and girls' nights more routinely. So many things that I just love, both personal and business, I've not been able to sustain them. I just have not, because I've picked up so many other levels of both business and my classroom and as a mom and with my own family's things that are going on. And it made me realize that I have the ability to redefine, it's on my arm after all, exactly what my commitments look like and exactly what my days look like. And I can still be me and I can still go 100% all in, but I can't do that with all of the all-ins I was trying to do. So what this means for all of you is that I am launching a community I am so super excited about. It's called the Best Me for Me community, Best Me for Me tribe, to make the best you for you. What this will be is it's just like my regular challenge groups in that you're going to get my support, my accountability. There will be other coaches in there as well that can help support us as well. You're going to be getting meal plans. You're going to be getting the vibe of others that are focused on the same goals or on goals in general. But the immediacy is going to be pulled back. The urgency is going to be pulled back. This need to show up every single day is going to be pulled back because I personally was giving myself an ulcer by trying to achieve that. I personally was giving myself such anxiety when I'd fall asleep in bed with my sleepless toddler for the third night in a row and fail to actually check into my challenge group. Because by the time I woke up, it was 1 a.m. and I just needed to make my way to my own bed. It's been a real wake-up call for me, both from a mental health perspective and a physical health perspective, that I can't go and expect to be all the time, which I've been telling all of you guys, but I haven't been following my own advice. Within this community, as I said, you'll have the usual support, but it's going to be much more relaxed. Instead of having to log a workout and log a shake and log your nutrition every single day, the goal will just be to share something healthy you did every day. It could be a workout. It could be you share again when you eat well, or it could just be that you slept in because you needed it and that's what you decide to share that day. It could be that you went for, Melissa, you're watching, a facial. It could be that you went for a massage. It could be that you went for a walk. It could be that you called your best friend who you haven't talked to in a long time. It could be that you did nothing and that's exactly what you needed that day. It's just to find the best me for me, the best you for you. What that looks like every day, we are going to redefine it every day. That's been my thing all along, yet I haven't really been living up to that in the space in which I've been coaching. I have been loving my groups for years. I have been loving the 1 month push. I have been loving the daily accountability, and we all give each other grace and we root each other on. It's been beautiful. But I cannot personally sustain that level of commitment from my own self the way that I was when my teaching schedule looked very different, when my kids were a little bit smaller and I wasn't pretty much momming by myself for so much of the day. I am looking forward to this change. I am looking forward to this new evolution in my fitness and wellness capacity and my ability to coach so many more of you, because you won't feel the strain. You won't feel left out. It's going to be welcoming, inclusive, customizable for you with my assistance, and I just can't wait. If it's something you'd be interested in, I want you to comment below, share this video, tag me with your friends, all join in. There are so many levels to join, from a free membership that's going to take you in just as deep as everybody else, all the way to the usual levels of commitment that so many of my clients have had amazing success with. So let's chat. Let's find your starting point, whatever that looks like. This is the one for you. I can't wait to get us started. We're launching this weekend with our first actual week beginning on Monday, and I think you're just going to love it and feel at home and find your best self. I can't wait to see you there. I think I have to wrap this up because I told my family I was cleaning the house and instead I'm talking to you. But you know what? That's what I would log today because this is what I needed to do. Have a good one.